What's up, everybody? Craig here, and I'm jumping in with a very quick tip because it's something that was on my mind as I was driving back from the office today. I was looking around, pulled up to a stoplight. I'm driving my 2009 Hyundai Santa Fe, almost 200,000 miles on that thing, and I look over and I just see just an amazing BMW car. It was just beautiful. I'm not even a car guy, so I couldn't tell you anything about it. Who knows? But it looked expensive. That's all I know. And I look at it and I'm going, man, that's awesome. And it kind of clicked to me because, you have a moment of a fringe of jealousy of like, man, I wish I could drive that. I wish that was my car. But the truth is, and I'm hoping you can relate, I know a lot of my clients, it's a conversation we have is that idea of those around us, how can they afford that? And we can't. And, my wife and I, we felt that frustration in our money. Many times we're budgeting our money and we're looking at other people who are able to do all these amazing things that we just, our money kind of hits a certain point where you just have to decide where it's going to go, and you can't do everything. And so it's this idea of those others, the people who are around you, comparing ourselves to them. And sometimes we can even hit this point of frustration where it's like, man, it's almost, I kind of wish I didn't even manage my money well. I would much rather just be spending money on whatever. But I want to give you some reassurance. I want to give you some encouragement here today that, other people, hopefully that BMW next to me, hopefully they are driving that thing because they make amazing money decisions. They have it all under control. But unfortunately, what we know already is statistically, 8 out of 10 people, they're not managing their money well. They're living beyond what they can afford. They're living outside of their means. And so when we see those things, that's what we want to keep in mind is, and not coming from a judgmental place, but just a encouraging space to ourselves that just because they have a nice car doesn't mean they can afford a nice car. And just because we don't have a nice car doesn't mean that we are hurting financially. And so me and my 2009 Hyundai Santa Fe, I take comfort in whether I don't know their reality or not, but I'm going to pretend that maybe that car was something that they couldn't afford. They're part of the majority. And so I can sit here and go, you know what? This Hyundai Santa Fe is a better representation of my financial status. And so take comfort in knowing that when you're living below your means, meaning you're spending less than you make, which is sadly goes against the cultural norm, that you are crushing it. You are crushing it. If you make $50,000 a year, you're doing better than somebody who's making $150,000 a year and spending $200,000. And so keep that in mind. When we buy things that are outside of our stretch, when we buy that BMW when we can't afford it, we're spending money we don't have yet, meaning we're living beyond our means right there. We're spending money that hasn't come to us because we have to make monthly payments over the next years. So we're promising money that's never hit our bank account, and that's always a bad idea. All right, so a little encouragement to you that you're on the right path. Keep plugging forward, and I'm rooting for you. All right, I'll see you next week.